Imagine trying to cook a 5-course meal in a busy restaurant, but instead of tasting the food as you go, you are forced to follow a massive instruction manual while the kitchen catches fire around you. This is how many of us attempt to work. We face complex, unpredictable problems, like building a new app or designing a campaign, and try to plan every single detail months before we even start. Scrum acts as the antidote to these rigid failing plans. It is a lightweight framework designed specifically to help teams solve complex problems. It's like a master chef who sets aside the heavy manual. They rely on a simple philosophy instead. Cook a small portion, taste the food, and adjust the seasoning based on how it actually tastes. Rigid instructions fail when the environment changes. In a world full of surprises, an adaptable framework is what allows a team to stay on track and deliver something of real value. Success in a complex project begins by identifying which specific tasks will bring the most value to the person who will eventually use the finished product. In Scrum, the responsibility for finding those priorities lies with one person, the product owner. This diagram shows how a product owner handles a mess of ideas. They take a chaotic cloud of requests and requirements and organize them into a single, vertically prioritized list called a product backlog. The product owner focuses entirely on what is most important to tackle first, rather than trying to dictate exactly how the team should perform the work. By following this clearly ordered list, the team avoids getting lost in the weeds. They ensure their energy always goes toward the work that matters most. Once the priorities are set, the Scrum team takes over. They look at the very top of that list, select a few items, and prepare to build them. They do this work during a sprint, a short, set window of time dedicated entirely to turning those selected items into something real. As the work cycles through the sprint, it emerges as an increment of value. This is a finished, usable piece of the overall project. A true increment is never left as half-prepped ingredients on the counter. It must be a fully finished bite, like a perfectly plated slider that is ready to serve immediately. Building small, finished pieces allows the team to prove their ideas work in the real world. This prevents them from spending months building the wrong thing. This checkmark represents the inspect phase. The team and clients evaluate the results together to see if the finished piece meets the goal. Feedback immediately changes the plan. The list is reordered, dictating the very next sprint. To keep the cycle healthy, Scrum relies on a Scrum Master. Think of them as the person who fosters the environment where this continuous loop can happen. The Scrum Master ensures the cycle of planning, building, and reviewing runs without outside interference or broken rules. This protected, repeating loop guarantees the final product actually satisfies the person using it, instead of just blindly following a plan that has gone stale. Scrum is purposefully incomplete, acting as a skeleton that teams flesh out using their own collective intelligence. Because Scrum makes the effectiveness of your current work techniques visible, it highlights exactly where your team can make improvements to your existing practices. The entire framework is a repeating 4-step cycle. Order the work, build a finished piece, inspect the results, and adjust the plan. While it sounds like a kitchen, this cycle works for software, marketing, or any project where the path forward isn't perfectly clear. I encourage you to try Scrum exactly as it is. Use this simple structure and see if that helps you reach your specific goals. Teams don't need a thicker manual to succeed. They need a framework that lets them adapt to reality and stay focused on delivering value.